Good afternoon. I just wanted to take a few minutes to share with you how I like to do my meal planning and plan for the next week coming up so that I'm not stuck making poor choices and that I'm prepared for each meal for me and the family. I really love the 10-day challenges because they help take all the guesswork out of it. I just pull up a meal plan and I start highlighting the meals that I want to have for the week, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't want to be bored with what I'm eating because when I get bored with it, that's when I'll start grabbing things that I don't really need to be eating, and I'll be sneaking in those extra calories. So, first of all, I want everyone to just consider what time of the day is the busiest for you, okay? For me, maybe lunchtime is usually pretty busy. I like to eat a breakfast, normally something eggs, or I like having toast with a little bit of peanut butter and jelly on it and some fruit. But lunch tends to be a mad rush. We've been super busy from the morning between working out and trying to pick up something around the house or running errands. So lunch sometimes can be a rush, and I'm trying to feed the kids, and they're screaming at me. You know the story. I'm rambling. But that's when I tend to like to do my Shakeology. I can mix it up while the kids are eating, and then often I'm drinking it while they're going down for a nap. It's kind of like my little escape for the day. So, like I said, I like to eat breakfast, usually something with eggs, and Shakeology for lunch. So you decide what works best for you. So that kind of tells you a little bit about what I do for breakfast and lunch. For snacks, I pick maybe 2 to 3 different options for me to choose between for the week. I like to have maybe a salty and a sweet option depending on what I'm craving that day. That way I'm prepared for that. Also, back to the lunches, I'll have a couple lunches picked out too, just in case I do decide to do my Shakeology for breakfast. And then that way the kids have something healthy to eat, and I also have that as a backup if I decide to make it for lunch any particular day. Dinner, this is a big one for people. A lot of times we're tired, we're ready for just something quick. At the end of the day, we don't want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, and that's when people make the choice to do drive-thrus or go out to eat. But if you already have it set in your mind in the morning, this is what I'm having for dinner, you have it all prepared, you've done your grocery shopping, then you're not going to be stuck at the end of the day trying to grab something quick. Really, these meals are super easy. It takes less time to make a lot of these than going out to eat. So that's also something that I just love about these 10-day challenges. The meals aren't complicated, there's nothing weird in there, and it's all good, and most of the things your family might enjoy too. So after I pick out what I want to have for the week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I start highlighting on my list, or just looking at the list and figuring out what I'm going to need off that list and looking in my pantry. And then I break my grocery list into categories. I'll have my fruits and veggies, the dairies, the meats, the grain group. In fact, I even like to set up my grocery list from where I'm going in the grocery store, so I'm not jumping back and forth, running back and forth across aisles in the grocery store. So usually when I go in, your fruits and veggies are there at the front of the store, so that's the first thing on my list, and then I work my way back. So that's just a tip to help you to use your time most efficiently. So I also look at the Shakeology recipes. I'll pick 2 for the week that I'm going to want to drink. So I have 2 different options and make sure I have all of those things. I always have bananas, and I always have peanut butter, because when it comes down to it, if I need a real simple recipe, I just put half a banana and some peanut butter, almond milk, water, and ice, and I'm good to go. That's a staple in our house. Now, that pretty much sums up how to do your grocery shopping. Please be prepared. Get it done this weekend if you haven't gotten it done already. I want you to keep in mind during the challenge, you might be hungry at times. The first few days are going to be the hardest. Okay, your body's adjusting, your metabolism's kicking in. But I want you to remember, if you are absolutely starving, you start feeling weak, then please, please, please add some calories. I don't need anybody getting sick. If you are a nursing mom, or if you're doing some strenuous workout programs, you're going to need to add a few more calories. Especially if you're a nursing mom, you're going to need to add about 300 more calories. That doesn't mean grab 2 cookies. That means lean protein, veggies, try to stay away from carbs, okay? If you're doing a workout program like Insanity, which is pretty crazy, you're going to need a little bit more, and don't be afraid to do that, okay? Finally, just to recap, make sure you take your measurements. You can take them this weekend, send them to me. You need to do your waist measurements. That's 2 finger widths above the hip bone, and you need to do your weight. Send that in to me as soon as you can. You'll need to send me in your fitness journals every night with what you ate for the day and what you did for a workout. Any workout you want, doesn't need to be a Beachbody program. If you ran, if you walked, anything counts. Another great tool is MyFitnessPal. I've just kind of started using this, but you can go in there, you can type in, I had peanut butter on toast for breakfast, and it even tells you, it'll give you a list of the different brands of peanut butter and exactly the amount of calories and everything in that peanut butter, and you can send that to me if you want to instead of typing up everything that you ate. Finally, plug into the group page. The people who get on there and communicate with me and the other challengers every day tend to get the best results. So just plug in, help each other out. We're not in this alone. All right, I look forward to working with you in the next few days.